Welcome to Rom Wills, Money Matters. Storytelling creates industries. I'm going to tell you what, people don't realize how powerful a story is. How powerful. Because think about what some people call mythologies, some people call spiritual path. A lot of it is stories. Even in the major religions in the world, a lot of it's based on stories. If you look at Christianity, and the stories of Jesus. He's telling stories. When he's telling parables, those are stories. People are modeling their lives after a story. Think about it. Think about it just on that level. Just on that level. But let's talk about business. Storytelling creates industries. I want y'all to think about this. Follow me along. All right. My main business is writing. Ain't the main thing I make money for. I get some book sales and I could live off the book sales, but make a bit more like doing these videos. But the base of it was the writing, the stories and everything. Even in my international bestseller, Nice Guys and Players, I use a lot of story examples and stuff. And indeed, even on these YouTube spaces, think about how many content creators might have a story time or something. They telling a story and they getting a lot of attention. That's a very important thing. But let's think about the industries, though. Okay, you telling a story. All right. You remember in the last one, I talked about entertainment that engages people is a good business. You actually have professional storytellers out there. They can get a crowd and they'll just start telling a story, especially they might be dealing with some young people, something like that. People gather around or, a writer, they do a reading at a bookstore or something. And in fact, they could probably make it, and I don't know if they actually have this, but it'd be a great business idea, like at a coffee shop, everybody's talking and then somebody just sit there and tell a story. I mean, it's so much, but let's just focus on the publishing industry. I'm going to tell you how powerful that is. Okay, you write a book. First of all, what do you need? Well, you need software. Or if you're going to be old school, some paper. Somebody got to make those things. Somebody got to make that laptop you do it on. Somebody got to make the program that could record your voice that converts it into words. Think about it. Think about how all this is working. All right, you do the book. You still... you need an editor, maybe an artist or somebody to do the cover for you. All right, boom. You get all of this. All right, you did that. I mean, think about all the jobs being created just off that book. In fact, let's really go with that. Okay, you got to write the book. You need the equipment and everything to write it. Okay, somebody creates that. Whether it's making us some notebooks, some paper, some pens. Because I'm still a little old school, or a computer program or something. Or even, they might even have some you can dictate on a smartphone. I'm still old school, so I haven't even tried that. All right. You got that. Right? Okay. Then you actually create it. So you still need to put everything together. You still need a printer. That creates printers. Like when I used to get my books printed at a standard printer, they had a big old space and they were providing jobs and everything. Somebody had to create the equipment that they printed the books on, the ink, all of that stuff. Wait a minute, hold up. You're getting a lot of stuff just for one book. So the people, accountants for the business, everything else. You might need delivery trucks, stuff like that. All right, so you get the books back. All right, you got to sell the book. Okay, you need a marketing team. That's creating an industry right there and stuff. You need a bookstore to sell it. Oh, that's a whole business right there. And they're not just selling yours, but other people. You creating jobs right there. They might have some events where they have a writer come in and talk about their book. And they can ask questions. They engage in people. Oh man, shoot. Some bookstores might have a coffee shop. They might sell some other things, but that's some property. Oh wait, they got to get the property from somebody. They need the real estate people. Oh, wait a minute, we doing all this? All right, all right. You get some professional reviewers and stuff. Hey, they might do some videos just reviewing books. That's all they're doing is just reviewing books. Hey, they making some money there. Shoot, that's creating a whole new thing. All of a sudden, somebody read the book and say, "Hey, let me make money off of it." I ain't even talking about just writing a script. Somebody say, "Hey, let's convert this." Okay, you can create a whole movie off the book, and then that's another industry right there. I mean, think about where you can go. Shoot, it might start a trend or something. You might start some fashion style. Oh, wait, we jumping into the fashion industry. Makeup artists. You talking about the movies and everything? Just they got to take care of the people in the film. I'm like, wait a minute, and think about it. I want y'all to think about how much is created just from a writer. I'm gonna use an example. This is within the Black community. Back in the early '90s, when that book by Terry McMillan, "Waiting to Exhale," came out, it created a whole lot. First of all, it created an interest in Black writers. They exploded off of her. Well, regardless of what you think about the book, they exploded. Many writers jumped into it, got big off of that book. Seriously, a whole lot of writers. There was an expansion of Black bookstores. And indeed, Waiting to Exhale created a movie off of it and stuff. Think about it. It put a lot of money in. That was just one book. Imagine 1,000 books in something, and movies. They constantly looking for stuff. And indeed, I mean, it's just so many levels. And like I said, even without the books, just somebody writing a good script or something, storyline. And in fact, and I was thinking about that because, sitting down, chilling. I always say if I'm sitting still, I'm asleep. But, I had some background noise on Netflix. And I was saying on Netflix, I like to watch stuff from foreign countries. And I was thinking, but the thing wasn't one day it was foreign, but I was like, you know what? There's none of with everything going on, anything related to telling stories hasn't fell out. People still making stuff. In fact, a lot of this stuff that we have out now was made where the camera crew and the support crew and stuff had masks on. They'll show up. So they would keep going with that. There wasn't a real slowdown with that. Yeah, there was some big movies that were slow to come out. Slower, but they still had some stuff coming out. So it's like, you create industries basically off something. Think about it. I'm going to tell you what. I'll tell you one great example. Star Wars. One movie. Look at how much it's affected, how much it's created on so many levels. So, I want y'all to think about that. Because with everything going on, because I've talked about AI and all of that, the thing we got to start doing is thinking about, okay, we got all this, taking this. Let's go in other ways, like the storytelling industry. And I'm going to tell you what, and this is particularly for my African-American supporters. Me and some bookstore owners had talked about that years ago. We talked about that. We said, you know what, we can create a whole industry, a whole independent industry. Because, Black business is very important. Jobs, there's a big concern about jobs running out for African-Americans. You can create a whole industries just based off of books from beginning to end. Think about it. And that's just one. There's several others too. I keep to myself for now. But it's very important. I want y'all to think about it. So anyway, y'all know the deal. Let's go make that money.